to Network in Action South OC. I'm Ashley Grigas, the owner, and I'm here with Eric Bell, our member. Eric, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
All right, I'll tell you real quick what I do, Ashley, and give you some background on me. My core competency is in investments. I started as a broker several decades ago, and I sold primarily bonds or California municipal bonds and some equities and stocks. But I had a bunch of big corporate leadership jobs with some big companies before I started my own practice 6 years ago. My clients are primarily privately held and family-owned businesses. The owners of those businesses and some of the people that work for them, like some of the directors and senior people that work for those businesses. I also have a handful of advisors that I've collaborated with for a couple decades, and we create tax-favored outcomes for them in their day-to-day operations, their personal income, and if they decide to exit the company or sell an asset, we work on succession planning and ways to do that in a tax-favored way.
Wow, that sounds very interesting and wonderful stuff. Who doesn't want to have tax mitigation strategies? I don't want to pay taxes.
You'd be surprised how many people don't get it for some reason. But you know, it's just a matter of helping them understand how it can benefit them. And I go through that pretty slowly and thoroughly with them, along with the other advisors and their current advisors also.
Oh, wonderful. Collaboration always makes things easier.
That's right. Got to be a collaborator.
Definitely. Well, right now with the COVID-19 pandemic, I know business has been impacted for everyone. I was wondering what tools or what things have you learned during this time that you would implement in your business in the future?
You know, specific to my industry, to the investment industry, you know, COVID-19 devastated the stock market in the first quarter of 2020. You know, not only did a lot of people lose their jobs between that time and now, but their retirement assets shrunk by 20 to 25% in many cases. So what I've been doing is, you know, a lot of it has bounced back. In all fairness, a lot of it has bounced back during the months of April and some of May, and we had a big day today. But there's several ways to minimize your downside in terms of your retirement assets. And I've been using a couple different products to help clients, you know, do that on those retirement assets. The last thing you want to have is be 60 years old or 65 years old, getting ready to retire, and all of a sudden 25% of what you thought you had is no longer there. So I'm working with people on that. I'm also working with people on how to grow tax-free income, because I strongly believe with the bailout that we just did, if you lay that on top of our current debt, in addition to all the other entitlements and obligations that the U.S. has for its citizens, we're going to have to raise taxes somewhere in the near future. So having a tax-free stream of income or tax-free growth is key. So that's what I'm working on with clients on right now.
Wow, that definitely impactful and definitely something for all of us to consider. If somebody wants to learn more about these strategies, how can they contact you?
Well, they can always call me at my office, and my office number is area code 949-216-7149, or you can call me on my cell at area code 949-201-6525. And I have an office in Irvine, and I also have an office that I use in Costa Mesa.
Well, thank you so much for your time, and we enjoy you as a member of our group and look forward to seeing you at our next meeting.
All right. Thanks, Ashley.